So welcome back medicos. In this video you will learn how to read a MRI film and what are the basic structures which you can see in MRI film, and by the help of that you can easily diagnose any disease or condition of the patient. This first photo you can see one is of X-ray and one is of MRI. In X-ray the structure are not very clear visible, but in MRI you can easily see the disc, the spinal cord, nerve root and various other structures are easily visible. From X-ray also you can easily identify the osteophytes, the disc space, nerve root compression. It's all dependent upon expertise how good you are in reading the X-rays and MRI. So let's first understand the basic structures. What are the basic structures and what are the basic uh, surrounding ones associated with it? So let's start from basic. In this photo you can see there's a lumbar vertebra body is given. There are 7 cervical spine. There are 12 thoracic spine, 5 lumbar, 5 sacrum, and few scolex. These bodies are lumbar vertebra. Over you can see this. The body is given the pedicle superior process. This depression is known as superior facet, spinous process, transverse process, and this is at a superior view, and this is lateral view. In lateral view, you can also see the inferior articular facet, transverse process, pedicle, superior articular process, body, lamina. This inferior articular facet get attached with the superior articular facet, just like this. Here you can see the inferior articular facet get attached to the superior articular facet and forming a joint. So this is one of the basic thing. And when you're talking about the disc, in this you can find the central one is known as nucleus pulposus, and the structures covering it, this nucleus pulposus is known as annulus fibrosus, and this yellow one is the nerve root passing from the spinal canal and the nerve root coming out from it and supplying the respected muscles. Okay, so now let's talk about the filament I'm talking. So let's talk about the ligament. In ligament you can see by the location and by the name of the structures the ligament name is given. For example, what is this? This is the spinous process. These are all are the spinous process. So the ligament near the spinous process is known as spinous ligament. For example, this straight longitudinal ligament is known as supraspinous ligament. This ligament between the two spinous process, this is known as interspinous ligament. Okay. Then ligament between the two vertebral arch, it is known as ligamentum flavum. Over you can see this is ligamentum flavum, and the ligament which is passing toward the which is passing to the beside the vertebral body, that is anterior ligament, longitudinal ligament, and posterior longitudinal ligament. Anterior means due to anterior area, and posterior means from your back of the body. Okay, back of the vertebral body. So these are the basic thing. Intervertebral disc. Here you can see this is intervertebral disc, ligament, and all the basic structures that you have understand. So now let's come to MRI. Let's come to MRI. In this MRI, you can see the all structures proper naming is given. For example, this all black space over you can see these all are the intervertebral disc. Depending upon the which vertebra or which spine we are talking, the disc name is given. For example, for this is L1 and L2. So between that you can say L1 L2 intervertebral disc. This L2 L3 intervertebral disc, L3 L4 intervertebral disc. Like this, you can all name all this. This white portion over here, you can see these all are the nerve root passing coming out from it and supplying the respective muscles of the body. Nerve root you can also see transverse process. Here you can see the facet joint from which the both vertebral body get attached. All these are nerve roots. Here you can see the erector spine muscle. When we are taking a transverse view, here we can see this central portion. This is the disc, and this dark one is the basically this dark one is the annulus fibrosus, and this little dark highlighted is the nucleus pulposus. And later you can also see this is the psoas muscle, both side, and then in the center you can see this small portion, neural foramen, and this that white covering which you know that thecal sac, the covering of the spinal cord, thecal sac. Then you can see this one, the inferior articular process. Then the here you can see the lamina, and here you can see this the facet joint. This is a superior articular process where the inferior article of the upper vertebra get attached. Here you can see the nerve root coming out both side. There's the neural foramen. So these all are the basic structures that you can easily identify. Chordates lumborum. So it all given. I will give this PDF to my Telegram channel. You can also download from there and learn this all naming. When when you have learned the naming, then you can it become very easy for you to identify the structures and diagnose the disease of the patient. Here you can see the nerve root is passing straight away, but the the black portion which we are talking about, the disc, the shape is keep on changing from every disc. This is the multiple disc prolapse. This condition was the multiple disc prolapse. This generally happen to the old age patient who do basically lift heavy weights or in improper physical activity. In those patients, this is very common multiple disc prolapse. So here you can see the nerve roots. This black portion which is disc, it is coming out and bulging the nerves. Here you can see. Due to this, the patient will have pain, irritating pain, difficult to walk, run, and various other condition develop. When this black portion come out more, it means the disc herniation has take place. In disc herniation, what happened? First, I understand what the disc bulge. In disc bulge, you can see the disc has came out, but by doing exercise and various other physical activity and proper doing physiotherapy, this disc bulge from time to time can be treated. But in disc herniation, what we can see, the nucleus pulposus also come out, means it get herniated, and due to that, the nerve compression becomes severe. It becomes very severe for the patient to able to do his daily activity. So, so it must be taken care properly. So these are all the basic structures that we have to learn and very important for understanding and creating your diagnosis and for your treatment protocol also. I will upload this PDF in my Telegram channel. So in our next class, we will discuss about how to read X-ray. Till then, keep learning, keep healing.